ग्राउंड चल रहा है क्या? ग्राउंड चल रहा है? ग्राउंड में तो ग्राउंड में बचा है। उसके बगल में बिल्डिंग बन गया। छोटा सा ग्राउंड होगा। ये बिल्डिंग बन गई। बिल्डिंग नहीं था पहले यहाँ पे। हाँ कुछ नहीं था। इधर तो ये बास्केटबॉल कोर्ट बन गया। बास्केटबॉल कोर्ट था। नहीं अच्छा बास्केटबॉल उधर ही वो भी होगा ऑडिटोरियम। अरे वो वही थी। Okay, which one? Vivek is one of the persons. Oh, yeah. और ये सब पहले ग्राउंड दिखाई देता था। ये अपना आजाद का बॉल लेके आया कि नहीं? पूछ रहे बॉल लेके आया कि नहीं? बास्केटबॉल। अरे अनिल वक्त क्यों आता कभी आजाद कितने सो रहे हैं? पहले बस मुझे याद No, he was there yesterday. He will edit Bobby and all the kids. नहीं एक बार पहले राजपथ में हमारा ये देखो इसने ना ये स्केटिंग टूर्नामेंट अकेले सिंगल हैंडेडली ऑर्गेनाइज किया था। लड़कियों को सिखाया इसने, खाली लड़कियों को सिखाया इसने स्केटिंग। हमें सिखाया नहीं। ओनली फॉर वन गर्ल। ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಇಡ್ತೇನೆ ಜನ ಫೋಟೋ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅದು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಬಸ್ ಬಂದಲ್ಲ ready with the sapling ready with the sapling this is sapling tell me the place no where to plant but Jaydeep baba come okay ഞങ്ങൾ സാപ്ലിങ്ങിന്റെ അവിടേക്ക് വരികയാണ്. വി ആർ ഓൾ വാക്ക് ടുവേർഡ്സ് സാപ്ലിംഗ് ഏരിയ. നീ അവിടെയാണോ സാപ്ലിങ്ങിന്റെ സ്ഥലത്താണോ? yeah. We all communicate. We wanted to show you.
He is the main guy of REC, yes. Very low profile, but very high.
Okay. Bobby. No, we can do that. That's a good idea.
He is the guy, still in mechanical job. Only very few left.
इधर से इधर निकले सब लाइम जूस
आ गया
Cheese.
In the next meeting, we will have to bring lot of
We should be, then everyone should be here.
We'll have more plans.
Yeah, we'll have forest.
I think we are maybe one or two buses are yet to come, but then yeah, we are commemorate the lives of those who are not with us anymore. In fact, I know folks like Ratish Sinha used to be our friend's roommate and used to play a lot of the Hawaiian guitar and all. It was fun with almost all of them. Ashok was our classmate. Viru, Sarvesh, and Sebastian and Nagu, of course, made our lives a little bit saltier, spicier and sweeter. So we are gathered here to plant the sapling in their memories, and we'll also have a fence around it and put the nameplates there for eternity. So we request folks who are close to them to come and plant it for the time being for now, and then we'll have a moment's prayer of silent prayer. That's about it. So for Nagu, Vivek, Sebastian, Pradeep, Sarvesh we have, Viru, Ashok Kumar Kota and Ratish. If anybody wants to say anything, please.
Yeah. Richarya was my roommate first year. and we used to call him Nishachar because he used to sleep all throughout the day and wake up in the night and play Jagjit Singh. So I heard all my Jagjit Singh from Richarge. Yeah, he was always silent. And in the first year after we left college that he met the accident. So yeah, and Ratish Sinha was my classmate. We have spent a lot of good time together, played ping pong, cricket, many times. Yeah, it's very sad.
He was hanging around with everybody across.
Richarge is the guy who brought the Rani Jeans song to us. I think he was I heard the song at first time at his room, Rani Jeans. Like night you don't get sleep in here, Jagjit Singh.
Ratish was a good friend of me also. He was from Bihar, but he came from Rajasthan. So since the first joining day we were together, we used to live almost all time together. Then Nagu was also a good friend. After leaving this college, I was in touch with Nagu, and it was very sad and unfortunate when his body came. I was there at the airport when his body came from that African country. What was it?
French
Guiana. Guinea. So it was very tragic for us, all of us, to lose him. And Ratish was also a wonderful guy. Richarge was also a great person. So we all miss all of them. We wish for peace of their soul. Thank you.
Somebody called Rajiv's home and said, "Where is Nagu?"
Nagu, we used to call him Nagu. We never used to call him.
Who is Nagu? There is no Nagu here. I think even he had forgotten. I remember in D hostel, there was a phone call for him, Rajiv Agarwal, he couldn't hear. And someone said, "Abhi Nagu, tera phone hai." Then he went and took the phone.
Yeah, I think Ratish was the Mr. Cool of our class, right? So I have never seen him tensed. So very
Ratish
cool
and I
guy,
used to play
always
a lot of
grounded.
table tennis during night.
Yes, ping pong.
And Sarveshwaran was actually the Mr. Genius.
And also hockey also used to play very wonderful.
No, but things that I remember that, yeah, first of all, yeah, I forgot to say that in first year when we are coming in that, Mangala, so I treated him that I am your senior and I rag him, Nagu. And he told me, till I've been there entire high school life, he told me that, I can't forgive you because you rag me and you are my first batch, that's why. It's a very, so that's why, that's one very memorable words. And it's really very painful to see that.
We went to marriage also in Delhi.
Yeah.
In fact, for Sarveshwaran, I remember he was one of the guys who was really good in electronic circuitry and all. He used to take special interest in that and also interact with professors of that time to get the project going. And one of the really good guys.
And as far as Nagu is concerned, like one guy is missing here, he should be this side also with Vivek Misra. Everybody liked him. He was Nagu was like mother to him. Manna, please come in. He was like mother. Nagu was actually like mother to him. Actually, all the time.
Actually, GSRI, these all people were living together.
From
GSRI.
the college.
So Nagu used to cook food for everybody. I also used to go sometimes.
So let Manna say a few words.
Please.
No, it's kind of emotional, so I don't want to say. May God bless her soul. Yeah, we spent a lot of time inside college, outside the college, Delhi. Yeah, lots of time together.
Sebastian, I know the production gang as well, we're kind of, pretty strange. So Sebastian was a very gentle soul, and essentially he used to always have different perspectives on everything. Pretty philosophical guy. We really miss him. We were in touch for a long time, even after we passed from school and from here, and yeah, we miss him.
He was one of the most laid-back guys that I've known. He was the most laid-back guy. In Gultis, we had Sairam now, who was the most studious guy, and then we had Ashok, who was the most laid-back guy. That guy would take all the notes, and this guy would get all the marks. And it was an odd combination.
He was a true royal man.
Yeah. And he kind of stayed the same way pretty much his entire life, even in the Bay Area. And I moved to the Bay Area because of him, actually. So it's kind of sad, but you know, we all miss him dearly, and I wish things were different.
Sabu, I know because we used to play football together. It was really fun. Always a cool guy, always smiling. Never loses his temper. I never experienced because we used to play almost during the college days every day, especially during the monsoon seasons, playing in the rain. It was really a shock to know that what was happening with Sabu. Really miss him, praying for his eternal life.
With this we can do the planting of the sapling.
We finally put in some.
We'll put a fence here. We'll plant.
Remove that. वो बराबर रहता है ना सीधा रहता है
It's okay.
Maybe slowly, yes.
Anybody wants to?
If anybody wants to.
Yeah, we'll move for the procession now.
The third bus.
We'll
Start from the gate.
but we have to.
Third bus has come now.
Come now.
I don't know.
No, by that. No, one second. The point is that the process will be.
On board.
You're not electrical.
Viva electrical! Viva electrical!
Lots of proxies, huh? Okay, next, computer science.
अरे वीडियो बना रहे हैं
So where are you now? So now I understand all these verbs because I'm in business school. So I can understand all of them. So 2010 onwards,
let's begin the proceedings of the day. My name is Ramesh. I am from EC 94-98 batch. I'm also a campus kid, so some of you might know that way. I'll be the host of the session for today. Let me welcome Lucas to do the welcome address. Lucas Joseph, please.
Good morning, everyone. I have this small piece of paper, just for reference, and some places say that, old habits die hard, right? Okay, so without much further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we welcome you, right? It's my pleasure to welcome you to this reunion, Silver Jubilee reunion of our 98 batch. So, if you look at it, from a batch of 335, almost 225, almost 180 people have turned up today. That shows the love that we have for REC, right? And the camaraderie that we share with us. Talking about love, some of us went a step ahead. We even married people who were from REC. So I see Srikanth all smiles, right? Srikanth, Hema Devi, right? Mansi, Rajiv, Sneha, Vivek, and yours truly, Lucas Joseph. Now, if I think about it, the initial romantic conversations that I used to have with my wife, Tanya, used to center around, what happened in college, and also, about the professors who taught us. So that's how romantic we got, right? So let me start first by welcoming all the eminent faculty members, our dear professors. Please, we are really happy that you are here to grace this occasion. Thank you so much for all the effort that you put in teaching us, in guiding us. Whatever we are today is all thanks to your efforts. I would also like to welcome all the technical support staff and all the other college staff who are present here. Next, I would like to welcome all the family members who are here. Right? Welcome Papaji, Mammiji, Bhabiji and Jijajis and mere pyare bache log. If you see our guys running around like crazy college-going kids after 25 years, nothing to worry. Okay, it's just that we got a kick out of the nostalgia after coming to this campus. We'll be fine in a week's time once we reach home. Okay, and thank you very much all the batchmates of 98, It was wonderful meeting you, each and every one of you after 25 years. I know some of you had some regrets, right? Few of us said we didn't have enough fun. Few of us said we didn't spend time with our friends. And yours truly felt that there was not enough panchara in my life. So basically, this is the 2 days that you get to make over all the regrets, have fun, and, have a wonderful reunion. Thank you.
Earlier times we used to have this competition between NITs. So my close friend is from NIT Surathkal, and exactly the same days they are having their reunion. They got only 80 people. So kudos to all. We beat NIT Surathkal once more. I now welcome our director, Professor Prasad Krishna, to come and light the lamp for the occasion. Please. Let me invite Dean Academic, Dr. Samir sir, to join to light the lamp. let me invite Dean Alumni and Corporate Relations, Dr. Anil Kumar PP, please. We would like to invite Professor Aditi Madam to come and light the lamp, please. Take the stage, please. Let me also invite Dr. Shaija, Chair of CC, to the stage, please. Finally, from our batch, let me welcome Dr. Pradeep and Dr. Abhilash to join the stage with our esteemed professors. We will now start with a silent prayer for our departed souls amongst us for a minute. Please rise. Thank you, everyone. We'd like to invite the director to give the director's address, please.
Respected elders, our former colleagues and present colleagues from NIT Calicut and Calicut REC, and most importantly, the alums of 1998 and their family members and other staff, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, namaste to all. We are extremely happy that you are visiting your alma mater and having lot of fun, as he has just mentioned. And first of all, we are grateful for your presence here with your dear ones. And I would like to tell you, the institute has grown from a mere 3 disciplines in 1961 to today. It stands one of the biggest NIT in the country. And we consistently rank the top 5 NIT in the country too. At the national level, you know, the NIRF ranking. And now we are shining at the national and international level. Recently, you must have read in the media that NIT Calicut has been awarded, perhaps the only institute from South India, the prestigious Center of Excellence in Urban Design and Urban Planning, which is for 250 crores. It's a 250 crores funding from the Mahua, Ministry of Urban Affairs. So, thanks to the Department of Architecture and Planning, which consistently ranked number 2 in the country. Only IIT Roorkee is ahead of us. So, that is the way. And then we also got international recognition, the only NIT which is awarded the research collaboration with the French institutions for blue economy and deep sea research. So again, we are the only NIT. Other than that, IITs are there, the only NIT. And so also we got Professor Sridharan's the Indian knowledge system, with the Blessing, they have received another 1 crore, and the scientific heritage. All this happened in the span of last 1 week. So, and then of course we have many of our faculty colleagues, and they have won many awards, national and international level, prestigious fellowship, and so on, Marie Curie, Humboldt, and so on. So thank you. It is happening. It is a great teamwork, and we are grateful to all of us. That is where we are, from a simple journey of maybe 350 to today we are 7,800 students, and one of the largest NIT in the country. We are also happy that we have added yesterday's recruitment, we have added 41 new faces, and totally I am sure we must have added 160 new faces in a span of 1 year to this institute. So we have now more or less, we are with the sanctioned strength of faculty members and non-teaching staff. Thanks to the effort of Sadi ma'am, we could now address those concerns because of certain legal issues. And today we are also equally good with the recruitment of non-teaching staff, and more or less we are meeting the entire strength of teaching and non-teaching. So the full quorum is there, and I'm sure in the years to come we will achieve much more laurels among the NITs. And our vision is to make it a multidisciplinary education and research university under the provisions of the National Education Policy 2020. Some of you may know there is a provision, institutions which are focusing on research more, research intensive. You know, in US you have teaching university, there are community colleges, you have teaching university, and you have research university. So similar pattern is there in NEP, and we believe we stand in that Meru, that is the multidisciplinary education and research university. And I'm sure before I leave it will become that university Meru, and I'm sure we don't have a distinction between curricular, co-curricular, extracurricular. We want a holistic development of our students, and it should be a very harmonious, heartful campus, this campus of 300 acres, where there is no discipline, all these silos. We are coming out of that. We have established more than 16 multidisciplinary research centers so that we all work together, whether it is clean energy, circular economy, whether it is in electric vehicles, whatever domain, or arts and culture, or yoga and wellness, whatever may be. So we have created that centers, even in supply chain management and international relations. So there are many ways I would request you to engage with your alma mater. It's not necessarily the in-cash contribution. You can always engage with us with in-kind contribution, whether you engage for a small co-teaching or a professor of practice, or you help us in getting CSR funding for establishing a industry laboratory, or you support couple of students for international conference endowment, faculty endowments, or research internship, whatever may be. So there are plenty of opportunities. Or if you like to come and dance, if you want to sing, because we have arts and relations. So it is everywhere. The abundant talent is there among all of you, not only with you, with your dear ones, your family members. Please come back and share your whatever expertise you have. We always welcome all of you, and please engage with us. And another thing I want to do before I close, we are also submitting a proposal to the ministry for establishing a center of excellence in artificial intelligence. AI is the buzzword everywhere. Anybody, students say they want to do, what is the niche area? They say AI ML, they want to apply. So here, there are 3 vertical ministries inviting proposal. One is in agriculture, another is in healthcare, and the third is in sustainable cities. Considering our potential with this Center of Excellence and the strength of the Department of Architecture and Planning, we are pitching for that, Sustainable City COE for AI. So I would request you, it is a consortium mode. We need partners from industry, government, state, central, NGOs. So, and if you are into those areas of AI, but specific to sustainable cities, whether it is clean energy, clean sanitation, waste management, whatever may be, or even cyber security, for a city, or even urban farming, so anything can be. So any one of you are in any of this AI related organization, please contact our Dean RNC, or you can contact Professor Sadidev, any one of us. We would be happy that we need to have more partners, and because this is a highly competitive challenge mode where all the IITs are also pitching for this, because this is the COE with 330 crores. And that COE needs 30 crores financial support from the industry partner. So, and they want to run it after 5 years. When the ministry withdraws with this funding, it should run as a Section 8 company. So that is where, ladies and gentlemen, we will need your support in strengthening the startup, innovation, entrepreneurship ecosystem. You are much more experienced, and please come and engage with our students, faculty, research scholars. Thank you once again for this opportunity. Have a great time. Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Honorable Director, for the address, and it's very inspiring to hear that. Now I want to slightly switch to something personal. Like, we as parents have this habit of telling kids how to speak loud, speak less, and all that. Now I am slightly embarrassed because my kids are on the other side, and they will be now actually guiding me and giving me feedback what I do to them. So now I invite Dean, Alumni and Corporate Relations to this address, please. Welcome. This.
Respected Director, Professor Prasad Krishna, Madam Sati Devi, Dr. Samir, Dr. Shaija, Dr. Pradeep, Dr. Abhilash, coordinators of the 1998 batch Silver Jubilee celebrations, other dignitaries, members of the 1998 batch and their family members, faculty members, both former and present, and students. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and warm greetings of the day. It's my privilege and honor to be part of the 1998 batch, their Silver Jubilee get-together, and thank you for this invitation. After 25 long years of serving the world, I welcome you all back to your alma mater. Alumni are treated as the glorious yet silent ambassadors of the name and repute of any institution. You slowly carve our image in the outside world, and you have done that great. Times are changing, and like never before, we realize the great value you add to the institution's name and brand, and we remain indebted to you for this. As seasoned and experienced veterans, every one of you is an enviable repository of knowledge and exposure that we are blessed to have and want to tap into. All of us look at the alma mater as something that gave us wings, and for sure a good life. Now it is 25 long years and many more to come for you, where I am sure each one of you enjoyed great privileges, lead a life of repute and accomplishment, and everywhere the tag that you are an alumnus of NITC paved your way to be easy, smooth, and rewarding mostly. I too take privilege in this particular fact as an alumnus. Wherever I go, my welcome is assured. My paths are made smooth only because I am an alumnus of this great institution. The fact that you chose to and found time to assemble here, many of you traveling long distance, in itself is a testimony to the successful life you have had, the kind of bond that you have with the institute. You built your career, self, and family slow and steady. Congrats. In the change scenario, alumni can provide us invaluable insights on a number of things. Honorable Director has briefed most of them, getting your guidance in the conduct of academic programs, bridging the gap between academy and practice, bringing in interdisciplinary inputs, earning exposure to cutting-edge technology, helping to mentor students to be aware of emerging opportunities and getting support in institution buildings are a few to mention. IITs, IIMs and many of the NITs have set excellent role models in this regard and we are following suit. Our alumni strength is now touching 40,000 and they are everywhere, every nook and corner of the world. I don't know all of you closely, but I know architecture batch very closely. So I know there are people who came from New Zealand. There are your batchmates in architecture who are working or who were working with Tesla. So the reach is something that is immense, something that is unimaginable at the time of conceiving this humble system, as Director said, which had its origin with 3 simple branches to begin with. As an institution, we are fortunate to have unprecedented alumni interaction and support, especially in the past few years, at the most critical time, I should say, like during COVID. And we thank the NITCA leadership for responding to all our calls on time and helping us at crucial junctures. You might know that during COVID, when many of our students had difficulty in attending online classes, having no laptop, they have gifted us roughly around 300 laptops. And this was all arranged in a very short span of time. Madam Sati Devi was very instrumental in expediting things at that point of time, but I should tell that the response time taken by alumni was phenomenally low. I recall your unprecedented help in this act of kindness and camaraderie. And similarly, you have helped us in multiple infrastructure construction on very short notice at times. We thank you for all this timely help. We now have a student chapter of alumni in the institute where every program, branch and year are represented, and those guys are going to take you around in the afternoon while you tour the campus. This body will try to connect alumni on a variety of issues like career guidance, internship, managing your visits to the campus alone or with family, learning on topics, new topics from you, and also take some of the research outputs to the world out there to put to good use and sometimes to monetize. We have a large number of PhD students lately, running into a few hundreds. And there are interesting research outcomes from our labs which need your support in monetizing. These are all avenues in which alumni can help us greatly, in addition to the CSR route which Director was mentioning. There are multiple ways, many ways to engage with the institution in the new era, and we hope in the years to come you will continuously do this. Some of you chose to mentor our students, and since last couple of years, as you all may know, this has become a regular affair. One of our recent alumnus, Nora, she is in UK, she coordinates this where a mix and match is attempted between the students seeking to be mentored, current students, and those of you who are willing to mentor them. We get a total number of, say, 700 mentees in a year, and 700 of our students choose to be their mentors in a year, and 700 of our students choose to be mentees, and that one-to-one correspondence interaction probably reset their goals, their traverse, their journey. Again, inputs from the alumni is working wonders here. The process surely widens our students' horizons as you guys make a population of nearly 40,000, as I told, present all over the world. Having seen, exposed to almost all kinds of conditions of industrial opportunities, engineering opportunities, lately management opportunities, opportunities in science and research, I think we are expanding our vistas greatly. We have instituted a set of awards to be given to the distinguished alumni under various heads such as excellence in management, entrepreneurship, research and development, to the young alumni, and also for promoting excellence in alma mater advancement and institutional service. There are awards for excellence in civil and defense performances as well. A lot of our people choose to be in IAS, IPS lately. We have started with these awards during the Foundation Day in 2023 in a very colorful ceremony back in October. This was held in the campus. And most of them who took part were CEOs of very seasoned companies or people who have decorated very high positions in government or quasi-government institutions. The process of building a repository of alumni expertise in designated areas branch-wise using the alumni database is under process. Whenever you register under the alumni portal, World Nitka or similar portals, all your details we receive and we try to kind of keep them organized, and as and when we have a need to contact you on various, probably for academic inputs or research inputs or project inputs or whatever, we try to contact you. And we want this repository to be truly comprehensive with all your details available to us. However, we find this to be a little formidable a task, as everything from the platform choice. You know, running alumni platforms is a big business in the country now, with very high net worth or high influence alumni from IITs or NITs or IIMs become, somebody's coveted bundle of information and parting with the information at a later point of time. Who holds the right to share it? And those kind of things become a little ambiguous, and probably platforms are also chasing us. To collecting data patiently and holding the rights to data, timely updating, these are all becoming serious challenges. Maybe some of you can help us here. For the institution building to be continuous with alumni support and ongoing, I urge you to contribute to the various infrastructure and other projects of the institute. You might suddenly feel that, because I heard this somebody saying, COE in architecture is bringing us 250 crore. Why do you need money? I would say that these kind of COEs have a lot of strings attached to it. Being the team leader of this project of COE, I must tell you that of the 250, the annual cap on expenditure on us is around 5 crore. On the capital investment on building is another 5 crore. For 5 years, 10 crore each, that's all. And much of this is going as a corpus from which the earnings are only employed in running the institution. And these are very specific avenue-based COEs, whichever COE director mentioned here are all in specific areas. Whereas institution as a holistic entity needs a lot of support from you in setting up student amenities, newer labs, some of the infrastructure projects, and we have quite a few being lined up also. For example, in the name of the first principal, Dr. Keshava Rao, we wanted to go for some kind of a value addition to our MB, because we don't want to demolish or reconstruct MB, that we call as Keshava Rao Memorial Clock Tower project, which is one of the projects that we are thinking about. And director is also working on detouring this road which is dividing the campus. So if it gets detoured, I am sure we need a campus gate at 12th Mile and Kattangal announcing our institution. So these are all projects in the tune of 30 to 70, 80 lakhs, which are available for picking by alumni members individually or batch or as branch or whatever is your choice. And I urge you to consider this in future. I'm sure as the Silver Jubilee Reunion batch, you have a solid plan and we wait to hear from you on this. However, even in future, there are always projects that you can support individually or as a group, infrastructure or otherwise, that we can customize to your plan of extending support in size and pace. We will acknowledge your contributions in big bold letters wherever it counts, whether it is website or physical structure or what, because these are not our finding, these are the ways in which alumni funding and projects work in our other major peers like IITs and IIMs. Chapters, batches and high net worth individuals are requested to generously sponsor the amenities in part or full. I am extremely happy to announce that the 1997 batch, one batch prior to you, which met here last year, has contributed more than 60 lakhs on the proposed infrastructure they are building, which is under construction. Well, they had issues in between, but otherwise things are moving smooth. I earnestly request the 1998 batch also to kindly consider this request and contribute liberally. The facility and the website will acknowledge your contributions. To conclude, I am happy to welcome around 200 alumni and their families of 1998 batch to our campus during their Silver Jubilee celebration. As you visit the campus, I wish you moments of joy, memories to cherish, and the cheer in reliving the good old times. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I forgot to mention, we have created a CREC NITC endowment fund which attracts 100% tax exemption under ATG. So just because we are an institution of national importance, so whatever donations, it attracts 100% tax exemption. Whereas if you put in other funds, it will only get you, charitable means only 50%. So just want to make sure in case you want that tax exemption. Number two is, you know, most of the IITs attract, they source lot of donations in euros or dollars because they created a heritage fund or foundation. So we are also proposing, Surathkal I already did when I was dean. Today we have thanks to my batchmate Rangan Ramaswamy, he himself is from US citizen, and he has created a NITK Surathkal Foundation. And of course after that we are getting crores of donations. So that is what I'm sure those who are from the Western world, you will need that. So I have already spoken to Pradeep yesterday. If any help is required, Rangan knows how he did that for Surathkal, and I am also an alumnus of Surathkal. So I just want you to please help us, those who are from US, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, and those countries. We have to create a, whatever you call, Bombay they say heritage fund, IIT Gandhinagar created, even those who are no way connected, the Gujus, the Gujaratis donated, generously to the, because they say, no, it is our, in our state, the Gujaratis feel, and they have donated to IIT Gandhinagar. You may be knowing that. So we are creating, maybe we can call it CREC NIT Calicut Foundation, and that must attract and all the tax exemption remittance in the foreign currency. So I need, he is from Austin, Texas, so some of you can please help. I would be happy to share the Rangan's number. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the address. Now, COVID was really testing times for all of us in the sense when I was doing first year, the most difficult thing to do was this tin making carpentry and all that stuff, and we conveniently forgot all those things in 20 years doing Excel sheets and project management and sales and whatnot and stuff like nothing to do with this. But then COVID brought all those memories back because you couldn't call anybody for fixing things at home. So somebody will say, oh, the electric wire is have a problem or plumbing is a problem and can you come and fix it? And then I say, no, we can't call people. Then there is a doubt that whether we are engineers at all. Right. Having said that, the main event today is to felicitate all the who were teaching during our time, and about 70 people had confirmed their planned attendance, and due to various factors, some of them might not be able to come today, but we have the rest of the team there. We respectfully thank them for coming here. Now the next part is we will like to felicitate branch-wise, where we would like to call professors. The names which are coming are the professors who had agreed to come, but we understand that some of them might not be able to come due to health reasons and other things. And we also thank all the professors who couldn't make it, and we have not listed their names, but they are always in our minds, and thank you. So we'll go this from a department-wise, and we request professors from the Department of Architecture to come to the front of the stage for the convenience, and I will request the bench volunteers also to come forward. Thank you. Department of Architecture, yeah, the sign. Anybody from Department of, yeah. Can I request the branch volunteers from Architecture, please, Anjana and team?
That may be difficult for them.
Anjana, ഇവിടെ വെച്ച് ചെയ്യാം. So it might be difficult for us. തിരിച്ചു വരുന്നില്ല ഐ തിങ്ക് അവരെ തിരിച്ചു കൊണ്ടുവരുന്നു I have the May I request now from the Department of Civil Engineering, process from the Department of Civil Engineering to come forward, please, and the volunteers from Civil Engineering Department branch, please come forward. Chandra, invite. Please, please come. മേലെ കയറ്റാം ഓക്കെ തന്നെ മതി. കയറാൻ പറ്റുകയാണെങ്കിൽ കയറാം.
They can climb up, then climb.
Only three teachers.
Some of you want to go.
आगे आना है.
हाँ आगे आगे आ जाओ. Excuse me. Sir. Let me now invite Department of Computer Science and branch volunteers of Computer Science please to the stage. Please welcome. Yeah. All Computer Science students please come to the stage.
May I say one thing?
So here is the home team, Electronics and Communication Engineering. And please let me invite the professors on stage, and I also invite my fellow classmates to come on stage, please.
But your face should be fine. Face should be fine.
Fine. We'll improvise on the way.
Let's have a game of happy and sad music.
Let me now invite electrical and electronics engineering process. Huh? Let me invite the professors from electrical and electronics, please, along with the badge. I think Srikanth wants to say a few words. No. Later.
Make noise. Is it just teachers or stuff?
All sincere students.
Are we taking photos first? We'll have to go down. Down. Sit.
Yeah, first we'll do the honors. Please.
Have your trophy.
I'm seeing you again and again and recollecting Palanives.
Let me invite mechanical engineering and production engine department. Actually, in terms of planned attendance, there were the highest number of process, but we plan to do the felicitation on ground, and then for photo taking, we'll bring on stage. Bobby?
as a sure to be appreciated offering your guests when you entertain.
हाँ साइड थोड़े कर दूँ Let me invite Professors from the Department of Applied Science and Humanities on stage, please. And let me also invite my batchmates to come on stage who would like to be part of the photo, please. Naren sir and photo. hostel boys. let me invite now the technical members of the staff who have been supportive for us in all the lab and others. Please come to the stage. Please come to this. All
First Garland, or then Memento.
First Memento and then Garland is better. First Memento and
One by one.
what we will. Yeah, please.
That's it. Time. Wait. One by one. Go. Next, you go. You do.
Fill out. Stand that side and we'll out one by one.
I love you.
നമ്മൾ അവിടുന്ന് അവരോട് അവിടെ വരെ തന്നെ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ അവരോട് അവിടെ വരെ തന്നെ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ
അത് മൊബൈലിൻ്റെ പ്രശ്നമല്ലേ മ്യൂസിക് So, do they say once a chairman, always a chairman? Let me invite Bobby Rajwal to give a student address.
A confession I'll begin with. I'm scared of this kind of podiums in formal settings. I'm always reminded of an incident in my seminar where Nagaraj sir was the judge of sorts, and I was like a culprit standing before him giving the presentation on holography. And the thing is, I had ratamarified all the presentation part of it, and then what I did is I also planted some questions in the audience. My good friend Biswajit Sharma was the key guy. To him I gave the question. What happened is he ratified the question well, but I forgot to do the answer. So the question was asked very sincerely and I didn't have an answer. Anyway, thanks to Mr. Nagaraj sir, Professor Nagaraj, I got some good marks, I think probably for the efforts. So with that, I start. I'm not very well prepared, but I just listened to director's address and dean's address. So we'll go to that in a bit. Another confession, I think it looks like it's a confession by someone made in REC. So I'll go one by one. One thing that I know is that we were a batch of 350 and we were probably divided into around 80 or 85 groups. I tried the math a bit, but then I dropped on the way. And I felt that we are this kind of a splintered group until 2019 or so. So that is when we started coming together, back together again. We had this WhatsApp group and so on. And then from the WhatsApp group, we also formed a splinter group, another group, but that was to unify. And it went on for a long time. We had a lot of concerted campaigns within the batch for bringing people together. And I would like to especially mention Anjana and Sudhil for doing that. So it was a lot of interesting debates. People came in because some people came, some others left, and so on and so forth. So getting them back together and all, it was all very fun. It was a lot of fun we had. And on the way, we also had certain things like the laptop initiative that AKPP sir talked about, which also brought together, like Rekha was the one who took the initiative, probably pushed by Dr. Sati Devi madam. And that is what also brought us a lot together. And of course, we didn't exactly say how much money we put in and all that. It was just that everybody just pushed in whatever they could. Now, coming to the good things that I heard in the earlier addresses, for instance, the director was talking about the increased focus on academics and industrial connects that we are talking that the college is making, and that is with great pride I see all these initiatives coming up in LinkedIn, and I go and like them also. I don't repost, but I like. And as part of the contribution projects that we were talking to different people, we spoke to our previous batches, multiple batches. We spoke to the multiple professors, especially Dr. Abhilash and Dr. Pradeep have been doing that. And then we tried to see what are the lessons that we can learn and what are the best practices that we can follow and so on and so forth. So be it on the infrastructure side or on the academic side, what we can do, cannot do. Of course, the endowment part was pretty much clear that we would definitely wanted to contribute on the scholarships and so on and so forth. And that is how we came to a conclusion. I don't want to steal Dr. Pradeep's thunder, so he'll come and do whatever he wants to talk. But then in a gist, what I wanted to say is that as a batch, it is now that we actually came together and we have record registrations. As far as I know, I think the previous best was 160 plus some 20 spot registrations of 180. Now we have crossed 200, and that shows that my next confession is that I was wrong about what I had originally perceived about it, because the underlying friendship and camaraderie that existed between different members of different gangs and groups and states and boys and girls were actually only ephemeral or a mirage. And I know that we are a unified group. Thank you for that. The other thing that Dr. AKPP sir said was also about the COEs needing the industrial connect. And I'm sure, I don't want to again steal the thunder of Dr. Pradeep. That's exactly what we have also come to, that it is more than the monetary part of it, which is anyway definitely there, but then what is the value that we can bring to the table. And we've also got some anchor collaborators that we'll talk about how whatever the good that you do can be converted into real industrial relevance. And I'm glad that Dr. Prasad, who was with NIT Surathkal, he spoke about it. In fact, as part of our research for this particular project also, we looked at REC Surathkal also, and we saw that they have a lot of excellent infrastructure with respect to COEs and so on and so forth. But when we looked at the revenue numbers, it was actually much lower. It was probably 1 crore, 2 crores and so on and so forth. Whereas infrastructure that you would have put in was much higher. So these are the things that we took in as inputs and then came up with the approach for the COE that Pradeep will talk more about, and how we will get there. And it is not just about the money part of it, but also how we can mentor people. I'm again getting into his territory. Let me stop right there. Now coming back to just want to thank all the folks that came up not as members or volunteers, but as leaders on their own. I'll give an example, but I'm not very sure if the professors will like it. But then we had a booze group also for specifically for the event. So 2 days ago, people realized that there is no alcohol involved, and then in 2 days, a lot of people came together and solved all problems, and there was no issue at all. To be frank, that was the only group that didn't have any issues at all. So it was resolved in a couple of hours, everything was handled. But beyond that, be it the program committee, the senior committee and all those, initially they all started with this kind of committees, but then eventually everybody did everything. And I'm very thankful that, the boys and girls came together in this, during this event, because it was all mostly run by the women. A big round of applause to them. Thanks. Because incidentally, what happened is many of them were on the ground in Calicut, and we found it easier to put the ball in their court, or I didn't want to say burden, but then that's what happened. And thanks for them living up and exceeding the expectations. Thank you very much. I don't think we have more time. I don't have much more time now. The only thing that I would like to say is that we are aligned to what the college said with respect to the endowment fund and so on and so forth. But the key thing is that the mandate of the batch is that we provided for specifically for scholarships of students. That is the amount that we have got right now. And one part, the other part is for the COE. And that is also going by charter. So what we ensured is that democratically found out what the batch wants and what we will provide to the college. And how and where and so on and so forth, I think we will have a discussion later on and then agree on how we can move forward on that. With that, thanks to all the professors that have come here, and I definitely miss a few of them, like Dr. MPC, who was like a mentor to me when I was, I got into the union for the first time, and one more confession that I have to make, last one, is that I did want to have, organize some strikes and stuff, because I was young. So as a General Secretary or Chairman of the Union, I really wanted to do something like that to put in my resume, at least to talk to my kids and all that. But he never allowed that, because he would always be with the students. So we always resolved problems. I remember one time when the lab exams of computer science students were getting pushed into the vacation time. And that was the only time when they were going home. And then, so we had kind of an altercation with the HOD at that time, and then we went to give a notice of a strike to the principal. So he said, this is what you've written. You've talked even about the water shortage and so on. So that is for the college to take care of. What is your real problem? He said, people can't go home. Then put that. So we put only that, and he said, we'll clear it. And in a couple of days, I was very disappointed because it was resolved and people could go home. So with that, thank you, professors, for making it here. We had expected more to come, but we understand very well that some of you could not make it. And thanks especially to Navaripad sir. And I didn't follow your instruction to study only shames. I confess I was a Timoshenko guy, but yeah, thanks for coming. That's all from my side. Thank you. Hope we have a good time tomorrow also.
I think Bobby has eliminated the need for a vote of thanks for this session. Anyway, we all know what REC has done to us in terms of how we have progressed in life and what level we reach. But now it's the time to discuss what we can give back to REC and or NIT for sure. Sorry, old habits never die ahead. Let me invite Dr. Pradeep to do the presentation on the COIR and alumni contribution.
Thanks, Ramesh. Bobby did cover quite a bit, so we'll see what else is new, right? So a lot of us has talked about how many people are here, right? So it's 185, and you might be wondering where we are from, right? So it looks like we still have about 100 people in India. The rest 85 are from outside India. So you can imagine that they've actually taken all the trouble to actually come over from far across. Of these, about 50 are from North America, so it's a long way off. This has been talked about quite a bit. Whatever we have accomplished, it started here. And we are forever grateful to this college for that fact. And as Bobby said, it's the group's mandate that we actually collect some money and give it to the sponsorship fund. And we have collected 18 lakhs for that purpose. And of course, this does not mean that it stops there. We think this is just the start. And the next thing is basically where we're going to actually start. We are kind of keeping aside 13 lakhs of the funds that we have collected towards setting up the COEIR. And the COEIR has in it provisions to raise money in crores, and crores that are basically for NITC to use, as opposed to basically the funds that you get from the government. So talk a little bit about COIR on that front. So there is quite a bit of organizations here. There's NITCA, there's Intexol, and there is CIIR, right? So what's the purpose of another organization? What we've seen is that there are still some deficiencies in that organization that are better handled by a smaller, more nimble organization. And so we are creating a society to basically connect again the industry to academia. And there are a few ideas that we have that we're going to execute on next year that'll actually kind of show you how we are going to do that. We are also providing seed money for futuristic projects. So, for example, Dr. Prasad talked about basically the CSR funds, right? So a lot of those funds would come if seed projects are initiated at NITC to show a starting point, and then basically that could potentially open the doors to basically crores of funds. And that's something that, again, happened at NITK, where they set up a biogas plant with a very nominal pilot, and it ended up being a big project. So we want to initiate 10 such projects here, right? And I'll come to that, how we do that a little later. We also want to increase the student employability and also motivate students to kind of have startups. So there's a lot of startups that our batch has started. And I'll kind of show you a few of them, but we think that we can actually help the students here create more startups, and we want to kind of push on that. The core idea with this particular COIR is also to hold a 2-day technical event here at NITC. And what does this technical event entail, right? So basically, we are thinking we would organize this in August of every year so that as many alumni from across the world can come here as possible. It'll have NITC IP showcase sessions. It'll have alumni industrial discussion panels. It'll have student startup pitch and networking sessions. And I know a lot of the alumni basically who are here today, they may think today that they may not get a chance to kind of come back. But we are actually organizing this event to make sure that they have a chance to come back. And it's not just, and it's not just the 350. We are targeting 40,000. So, as a small batch, right, there's a limit to what we can do. But we believe that we can bring them back here. So that's our goal. And this will actually complement Ragam and Tattva. And eventually, there's a possibility that this combines with Tattva as well. So we'll see how this progresses. So these are plans for our operations in 2024. And again, we know that usually alumni batches, they come, they celebrate, and then they go back to their life. But here we are making sure that no, they don't do that. we actually formed 4 teams, one for industry outreach, faculty support, faculty research support, student mentorship, and I know there's already a lot of work going on here on student mentorship. We will collaborate with them. There's no competition here. So if somebody is already doing something, we will decide to kind of collaborate with them so that there's better utilization of the resources, the alumni resources, and then event organization. And these are basically our initial kind of list of volunteers who have actually started kind of working towards it. As I said, there are many startups in our batches. Some of them have billion-dollar valuations. So all of these startups have founders who are here. And what we want to do is basically get these founders more involved with both the faculty as well as the students here. And of course, the event will actually promote this in quite a bit, whereby we'll have these sessions to kind of all these have interactions. And one of the COER already has Hexagon as a company that will fund projects, seed projects, and provide CSR funding to some extent. So we have to basically provide Hexagon with some information that they've asked for, and that's one of the first tasks that we'll be doing next week and early in January. So I think this is kind of the last slide that I have. Operations in 2024 also involved supporting the Center for Clean Energy and Circular Economy. And we have talked to a lot of the faculty members here and tried to identify what projects require the most support. And microbial H2, the electric vehicle project, the biogas project, the electrolysis project, all of these can be supported with a small seed money that can actually make it into a much bigger project. And of course, the vision of Dr. Shaija Madam to basically make this into a green campus is well understood. Sustainability is really important, and I think it can bring all of the departments here together because it's really, truly interdisciplinary. So we have been talking to faculty in electrical, mechanical, architectural, and so we see this coming. And we also see a lot of the faculty wanting to actually have combined projects. So we are really excited about this particular aspect of COAR. With that, I would like to invite Azim Siddiq to present the token check with regards to the endowment fund. And Dr. Prasad, please, sir. So, Dr. Prasad, I'd like to invite Abhilash to and Dr. Prasad to sign the Memorandum of Understanding with regards to the COAR. So, yeah, you can sign it here. Yeah, you can bring it back.
Thank you all. In fact, now this is very big achievement. I would like to thank each of you for contributing this idea. Now we should focus, now it's time to focus on intellectual development. It's not only we need to contribute on infrastructure development, now we have to focus on intellectual development. So I'm happy that each of you have supported this initiative, and it's open because, as Pradeep mentioned, it is open for at least 5 years. We have already a 5-year plan of organizing or establishing this center. So please contribute not only by money but supporting, because we have seen a lot of initiatives and then startup from our batch. So it's time to get your support to the our alma mater. Please join your hands, and we can all together achieve. And then, as Dr. Prasad mentioned, another institute of higher standards we can establish in Kerala. Thank you all.
Like a lot of people will be thinking we are a very serious bunch of people, while our event manager wants to show other side of the celebrations which we had yesterday. So we'll play a short video before we go to the coffee table release. Thank you. Now I invite upon Srikanth Rao and team for the coffee table book release. Please. Bijoy, other volunteers can come upon. Lal.
Hema and Anjana.
Once released, if you have it, and send them. Okay.
Take one more. So I just like to spend a couple of minutes about the effort that went to creating this. Sorry. It took about, I think, 3 months, and we were all trying to get, the biggest challenge that we faced was getting photographs, because during our time, obviously, we didn't have iPhones or Samsungs, etc. But it was amazing that once we started sharing photos of our batches, we had more contributors. So it's just not us. It was a lot of folks who are sitting there who managed to send us, pictures, so that we could try to recreate some of the nostalgia. So this entire book, the creative design is such that it's almost like 500 MB. So the soft copy is available. And again, thanks to all of the batchmates who contributed to their thoughts about what is their favorite moment, what their hobbies are, etc. That helped all of us put this together. And so I would just say that this is a joint effort of all 330 of us. So once again, thank you so much for all your efforts.
We'll do the research one now. So, on the benefit of time and thanks to a lot of effort by Bobby to do the vote of thanks, I again thank everybody for coming, all the sponsors and all the professors. It has been a great occasion. Srikanth will take over with Recharge and National Anthem to continue.
Okay. So I'd just like to invite a couple of people from the batch who could kind of sing the national anthem as well. So all the good singers, especially those who are seated in 1, 2, 3, 4, 6th row, please. Right, please. Can we have some more volunteers, please? Request everybody to stand up, please. So, Rosana, go ahead, you can lead us.
भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल जमुना गंगा उच्चल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Now, before we wrap up, we need to give 3 cheers for our alma mater. So please repeat after me. 3 cheers for REC Calicut. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
Oh, I'm sorry. Folks, there will be a photo shoot at the amphitheater, and then in the meantime, we will also have the trips for the lunch.
Lunch to the guest
Yeah.
house. Lunch by bus. By bus to the guest house.
Bus hai.
Bus. Lunch. Okay. Where? Lunch is in the guest house premises arranged. So we will move by bus because otherwise the problem will be time. Okay.